Hello. So we are back with the second video and we want to show you how to use the buffer tool for the libraries shapefile. Just be aware that the buffer tool is the first tool you will use for the suitability analysis in assignment number 3. And you can search for that for the tool using the search option again. We can type in buffer, hit enter, and as you can see there are different buffer tools that we can use. The first tool we are going to introduce is the buffer analysis. So if I click on this, the buffer analysis window will open. And always use the show help here at the bottom of the tools window to get a sense of what the tool does and how it will actually run the analysis. You can visualize it with graphics here. So the input feature class is our library shapefile. I will add that from the drop-down menu. The output feature class, basically where do you want to save this, so make sure you navigate to the right folder. Libraries, and I will call it buffer 50 because I am going to create, or maybe more, actually buffer 200. And by 200 I mean 200 meters buffer zone around the library. So make sure you name your buffer zones properly with numbers, with a combination of letters and numbers, so you can remember what buffer zone did you created for your work. Save. Okay. So I am going to create a 200-meter buffer. So I will, in this box I will put in 200, and here you can define the unit you want. I'm going to create a 200 meters buffer zone, so I will leave that as meters. And you can simply click OK and wait for the buffers to be created. So a new shapefile will be basically created in ArcMap and will be added to your ArcMap project. That shows a 200-meter buffer zone around the libraries. Let's say you want to find out if your home is basically within the 200 meters of any library in the city, right? So you can create a buffer zone and then explore your home to see if it falls within that distance. So if we get a green mark for the toolbox, and yes, we have that in here at the bottom of the page. You see a green mark. That means the buffer zones are now created, and you can see that a 200-meter buffer is created around each library in the city of Vancouver. I will zoom into one of the libraries here using the zoom tool, and you can see the library in the center and a 200-meter buffer zone around it. Okay, I'm going to go back to the search toolbar, and then I will use something called multiple ring buffer analysis. So this tool is very nice. It actually creates multiple buffers at specific distances around the input feature. Let's say you want to create a 500 meter, 1000 meter, 1500 meters buffer zones around the library. So multiple rings, not only one single ring, but multiple. So again, the input feature is the same as the libraries. Make sure you put the output feature class in the right folder. So this time I will call it buffer, multi-buffer. Hit save. And here you can add the distances. So let's say we want to try 200. You type that in and you click on this plus sign to add that to the distances box. And then the next one would be 400, add, and 600, and add. So the buffer units, make sure you change that to meters. And then as soon as you click OK, a multiple buffer ring will be created around each library in the city. Okay, let me zoom out to the library's shapefile, zoom to layer. Okay, and I will turn off the library's buffer that we created before, and we are waiting for the multiple ring buffer to be created. And as you can see from the bottom of the ArcMap window, the multiple ring buffer is still working. And now it is created. Okay, a beautiful map with the libraries in the center and the 200 meter, 400 meter, and 600 meter buffer zones around each library. And you can also see that in your table of contents here. So 200 meter, 400 meter, and 600 meter buffer. Let me just zoom into one of these libraries. Okay, so we have the library in the center and the multiple ring buffer around it. Thanks for watching.